Hello, and welcome to this brand new channel, Sabretooth Online. Brand new, yes. So if you've seen this channel before, and I'm fairly sure some of you may have done, check my FAQ up there. This is where I forget to put the card up and look like a complete idiot up there, and it will explain everything. But briefly, I ran this channel for 3 months as a trial run and sorted out many technical issues, and now I'm back. We have a death counter top left. Here it goes. Lovely stuff. Okay, Dark Souls Remastered. I know this game really quite well. If you're looking for rage and sadness in a Dark Souls game, this may not be the run for you. But after this, we're running Dark Souls 2. I don't know very well at all. Dark Souls 3, pass. Elden Ring, Sekiro I've never played. Demon Souls I've never played. And then we've got all the Souls-likes as well, so there's going to be some rage and sadness, and possibly rage quits, but I will always come back, I promise. So, yeah, this is fun. I mean, Dark Souls Remastered may not be plain sailing, either. Okay, a couple of things about this I'm not going to go into now, it's going to take up too much time, but I'll talk about it as we go. Let's make a start. New game. I'm keeping that brightness up because YouTube likes to nerf that. They all look good. The voice is louder than everything else, so maybe I should drop that. Is that too quiet now? Maybe. Let's put it back. I've turned off motion blur. Some people get a bit travel sick if that's on. I have no idea. Let's just do that. Okay. So, last time we went for an Irish name. I don't know why, I'm not Irish in the slightest. By the way, we're playing this on a SteamDeck, as you can probably see. So, by the keyboard, on-screen keyboard overlay. Oh, I didn't know you could loop around like that. That makes everything easier. So, we're going for the same name, just because I like the name. I don't know anybody by this name. And it sounds very, sort of, fantasy based, doesn't it? Lumen Iridan. We're going for a female character because there aren't enough female protagonists even these days. So, class. Generally, I do Pyromancer. I like doing Pyromancer. The fireballs massively help, and for that reason, I'm not doing it. Let's just go on a loop and. Oh, I landed on warrior. Well, that's what I landed on. Let's do warrior. Gift. I'm not sure what the pendant does. The master key is useful. The witch's ring lets me talk to Quaylak's sister. Let's do master key. I'm planning on taking the long way round everything. I like exploring. This doesn't really matter, we'll just pick one. The hair, as we've gone female. Yeah, that'll do. And what? Something red. It's fine. Lovely. Let's accept. And that is probably the quickest character creation you have ever seen in this game. Look at this.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons.
We are looking at all the cutscenes, by the way, as much as we can.
But then there was fire. And with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death. And of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame.
Nito is so awesome.
Nito, the first of the dead, the Witch of Asylum and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight.
Disgruntled
and his
Santa.
faithful knights.
Oh yes, definitely his knights.
And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten.
So easily forgotten until the DLC. Lol. Manus, is that you? Probably.
With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease.
Miasma, good word. Word of the day.
And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more.
Except for Seath.
Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights.
Nice.
And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign.
Okay, well, that's the thing. I thought there were only embers. Why are these torches lit then?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, why don't you shout at me?
The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north.
Corralled. Good word. Word of the day.
Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
If Oscar didn't drop this body, it'd be honestly quite a different game. You just run around the cell, hitting walls, hoping for an illusory one, and upon not finding it, I don't know, just stay there forever. But good old Oscar. Okay, off we go. So, what was I saying? What was I about to say? Okay, the messages on the floor here are tutorial messages which I'm not reading. It's just basically how to do this. And how to do this. Heavy and light attacks. Yes. Okay, so what I was about to say was Sif, the Great Wolf, boss in this game. I've been asked if I could show the alternate Sif cutscene. Now, I've never done it. I know how to do it, but I've never done it myself. Sif's storyline is that this wolf is lovely, guarding the grave of its master Taurus, and guarding Taurus's ring because our Taurus went into the abyss and was corrupted. And all Sif wants to do is stop other people from facing the same fate. So it's quite a sad story. Hang on. Let's continue this in a second. Let's see how much damage this broken sword does. I may just nope out if it's... Okay, it does 2. That's not good. Let's just get out of here. Lol. Right. So, Sif obviously attacks you when you get close. But, if you go into the DLC, which it takes place in the past, there's a chance to find Sif as a cub. And if you do so, you can rescue Sif. And apparently, if you do that before facing Sif normally, they uh-oh, I didn't set my shield, that's dumb. Apparently Sif recognises you and has a slightly different cutscene. But it means going into the DLC before doing a relatively early boss, so I need to change the order I'm playing things in order to do that. We will try it, at least. Do I have a target for how many deaths I want to go through in this game? Not really. Oh, I'm not used to a long sword at this point. For a pyromancer, I think you get like a dagger or an axe or something weird like that. Never use it. Claymore is my weapon of choice. Oh, another thing. A lot of people seem to like the Zweihander, and I've never used it, so I may try and pick it up. Not planning on massively using it, but if I fully upgrade my Claymore, then I may continue to upgrade the... I may start to upgrade the Zweihander and just see. This is a run for doing new things, I guess. Definitely see that boulder up there. Go on then. I sometimes wish I could experience this game for the first time again.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Of course, my friend, as you help me escape the cell.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen.
Good saying.
Thine
Oh, there's more.
The undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords.
Good saying.
When thou ringeth the
Oh,
bell
there's
of
more.
awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt.
That is a long saying.
Know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
So, I mean, that is a really long saying. I think the saying in my family was something along the lines of, you get the washing pole and I'll open the beans. I don't know. Make it up as we go. Right, so that was the side entrance to that big fight. I don't think I can go back in here. But I had to try. So we're going to go up and round. I'm not used to using a long sword whatsoever, so it may take me a while to get used to the feel of this. Let's go for a backstab, shall we? Nope, that's not going to happen. Wall. Really? Yeah, it's going to take me a while. I'm used to Claymore. I need to get the Claymore ASAP in order to actually be happy with this. It means I'm not going to put any levels into the longsword. I'm not going to upgrade it, I mean. Tiny bit of controller lag, but very, very small. It's the... Okay. It's the kind I can live with anyway. Looks alright. Okay, so there's a knight through here, which I'm not going to deal with because I don't have to. Plunging attack. This is a fun one. Let's see how much damage a longsword does with a plunging attack. Hopefully a fair chunk. Ooh, look at that. That's amazing. Shame I can't go up for another one. Okay, that was bad. Don't get greedy with this game. Tell you what, let's heal just because we can. That, I must admit, that was a bit quicker than I thought it would be. Okay, I'm just trying to get his moveset down. Oops, I did that way too much. Trying to roll as well, but that's not working. There we go, getting the rolls down now. We're fine. We're fine. I'm not used to doing this without fireballs, you see, so... Let's two-hand and give it a good smack. Trying to get the rolls down. Back up a bit. Heal. Run in and roll. Oh. Okay, my lag is obviously affecting me a bit more than I thought. But we're alright. I mean, that was quite a clumsy run. Normally I stand back and just pelt the thing with fireballs as a pyromancer. But obviously that is not a thing right now. Or at all. I'm not going to be using pyromancy throughout this playthrough, which is a new challenge for me. As much as it says go straight ahead, there's a nest over here which I can use to trade. No, I'm wrong. Where is it? Over here? Over there, look, see the nest? When I've got some items, I can use it to trade with Snuggly the Crow. Nice. Off we go.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage.
I love the way my top vanishes.
To the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
I need to remember that I can only wear certain things with a green screen. Look. That's awesome. I love green screen technology and chroma keying. I'm no good at it, but, you know, it's fine. You'll see that my cam is above my death counter, not death counter, above my soul counter far enough that when I get souls, you'll see how many is added to the total. Okay, we can kindle up, level up and kindle up bonfires. Cool. We'll grab this. 3 humanity. We will grab this, which I think is fire bombs. We could run into the cemetery and grab the Zweihander. The problem with that is that I will die due to the skeletons, so we're not doing that just yet. Okay, let's actually level up, shall we? Good plan. Obviously we're going for strength, we're going for endurance, and we probably should do a vitality as well. Makes a change not putting things into attunement. Oh dear, the crestfallen warrior.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first, but there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are actually 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens.
Brilliant.
Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
So I can carry on talking to you, but I won't. It took me a long time the first time to realise that was here. There's a firekeeper here keeping the bonfire alive, which is lovely. There is a blacksmith down in the New London ruins, but he's very much a crap blacksmith. He just does basic basic things. Right. So I guess we should talk to Petrus.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thurland. Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
I don't like this guy at all. He will eventually die by my hand.
Hello there. I realize that I have requested...
He's
that we
not
retain our distance,
a nice
but
person.
I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
Copper coin. So the copper coin's interesting. You throw it at enemies and it kills them in one shot.
Oh my. You again?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles?
Never gonna use
Would
them.
that please you?
Never gonna use them, but let's do it.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods. Now let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. So, we're going to learn the gesture at least. You've got nothing I want to purchase. And I don't think I want to talk to you anymore,
My
but...
companions are Milady and her young knights. She is young, but burdened by an undead mission. We are her defenses, to keep her from harm.
Except you're not working for her, are you? Right. More on him later. Soul of a Lost. Perfect. First time I went in there was accidental. Okay, we have 4 chests. The first one has Homeward Bone, which is good for getting back to bonfires in a pinch. Morning Star Talisman, which is good for nothing. It's casting miracles. Cracked Red Eye, which we're never going to use, but we can sell. And the 4th one is... where is the 4th chest? It's through here. Okay, so you see there's an item over there, and there's a few more down there. The Zweihander is one of these items. The problem is, the skeletons in this graveyard do not die, and they keep reanimating, and I need to just get away from them as quick as I can, to be honest. They will follow me all the way, as you can hear. So we are going to despawn them by doing that. And we are going up for the first bell, which is, you said it's up high in the church, right? So, off we go. Lovely. Good effort. Now, I think rather than going for him, I will head up here because not a fan of the guy throwing bombs. Somebody else up there. That's fine. Coming. Valiant effort, which ultimately ended in failure. Right, now we can go for the other guy. Better to be safer, even in early level areas. Now, the item over... hang on a minute. The item on the bridge at the end is a ring. Ring of Sacrifice. I'm not making that jump, by the way. I mean, I don't think I've ever fallen from there, but I still don't want to risk it. And what a Ring of Sacrifice does is, when you die and you're wearing the ring breaks, but you don't lose any souls. So that's good. Soul count bottom right, of course. I'm sure a lot of you know how this game works by now, if not all of you, but I still thought I'd go through it. Soul of a Lost, lovely. This gate cannot be opened from this side, so we'll take this route instead. Nothing behind me. There we go. We are into the Undead Berg. Always have your shield up, because you never know when that's going to happen. Nice, I'm locked onto somebody down there. Can I get down there? I can. Interesting. Wonder why I didn't know that. Oh, I did know that. Okay, I've just kind of... oh, I've done that wrong, haven't I? Whoops. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. This is going to be a problem now. For a little while. Did not mean to do that. At least I thought it led back round, but it didn't. So I'm going to have to do this route twice, I think. The first time, because I jumped down. Nice. Rubbish! Yay! Right. Yeah, I'm going to have to do this loop twice, I'm afraid, because I messed up. Somebody else just died, but I don't know who. Yeah, I'm going to try and make each part about an hour long if I can, or similar to that. Okay, so we'll go around and do that again in a sec. But first... oh, I was after the backstab, it didn't work. First we'll get rid of these guys, just check around for any items. Nope. Okay, so here's the reason I need to... again, this is where you're meant to go down. And I just didn't, because there's an item here. Large soul of a lost, you see, and I really wanted that. And then that had just put me back where I came down. So, no matter, it's fine, there's no enemies this time round. Which leads for a much easier run. Much easier run. Okay, nice. So, we'll go through the fog gate, fog door, fog gate, fog wall, whatever people like to call them. Getting a lot of souls here. I need 1,000 to buy a key. I know I've got the master key, but I think that it won't do what I need it to do. Not that it matters. Wow, hello. I'll be killing you soon-ish. Relatively soon. The red drake that you just saw is optional. But I do like to actually... Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. I do like to kill it if I can. And I generally can eventually. Oh, nice. Okay, I don't think this shield is... This shield is better than my heater shield, so we're not going to switch. I am going to Estus. And I'm also going to get rid of this annoying guy up here. Nice. Probably we should use the bonfire. It brings back the enemies, but that's okay. It's nice to have a checkpoint. Everybody needs a checkpoint. Apart from the people who don't. Come on then. I wonder if we can just run for this guy. What do you reckon? Can. Don't you dare, Estus. Playing at. Stab him in the head. Good plan. Oh, bad move. On my part. Okay. Okay, generally these guys I like to fireball because they turtle like I do and they are very hard to hit, so... Yeah, I'm probably going to die if I don't do something about that. And the fact there's two of them is quite annoying as well. Oh well, I'm down here now. Is it worth coming back up? Probably. Okay. If I two-hand, can I break your shield stance? I can. Brilliant. Okay, I need to remember that. Okay, that was an easier way of doing it. This guy's voice is incredible.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you. Hmm?
Very nasally.
You are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
We are definitely buying a key. The master key may do it, but if it doesn't, I don't really care. I mean, I'd rather be sure. We're going to get some arrows. We've not got a bow yet, but we've just got a few arrows. I see you. Nice. Was there anywhere else in here that I could go? I don't think so. No. Okay, this way it is then. Now, if I can trigger one of you at once, I would be the happiest guy ever. Ooh. Bad move. Oh, I shouldn't be using Estus because I don't really want to kindle the bonfire, but I suppose I better eventually. I could do with some soft humanity, you know. My top left where it says 00. whilst the boss of the area is alive, sometimes you can get soft humanity just randomly by killing enemies. But if not, I'm going to have to pop some humanity, and that is going to be more of a issue. Oh my god. That was lucky. I just realised it was an angle. Could have been awful. Okay, light crossbows, standard bolts. Oh yeah, of course. I forgot these guys were back, didn't I? Yeah, kicking, that's exactly what I want to do. Okay, I think we're alright. Right, okay. Yeah, I'm obviously not going to get any soft humanity from here. I should probably level. I've only got 261 souls, but I've got things to pop, so let's do that. Not much. One of those. Oh, but I'm not going to glitch or soul dupe or anything like that. I know how to, but I'm not doing it. This is going to be a legitimate run through. As much as possible. We'll go endurance this time. Probably should be pushing strength for now. I'm not getting lucky with the soft humanities. It's a shame. Could have done with at least one by now. Really? How about no? Well, I guess, yeah, I don't want my health to be that low. Yeah, I'm not far off a level. I don't want to fall into this trap of, ooh, I've only got a little bit for a level, but, you know, let's get one more. And then we will leave it at that before we progress. Ah, there we go. You see, in the top left, 1 humanity. It just happens randomly if the boss is still alive. It'd be nice to get a second, but I'm not going to go for it especially. Okay, lovely. Let's go get that level, and we'll also... am I already... maybe I'm not. Okay. Let's get that level. Where are we? Let's go for strength. Oh. I'm only 300 away from it. I actually just want to try and get a second soft humanity. I'm sorry, I don't mean to farm this early, but if I can save some actual humanities... But if I don't get it this time, I'm not going to bother. I was just kind of hoping that it would happen and save me a little bit of resources. Yeah, fine. I don't see that happening then. We'll pick that item up. I mean, to be fair... Oh, look at that! Right, do you know what? That'll do. That'll do. Okay, right, this time we are moving on. Sorry, I'm just wasting a little bit of time. Oh, right. Well, fine, I suppose. Oh, I still forgot to kindle. Hang on a minute. Let's go do that. Oh, Titanite. I didn't realise you could get Titanite from these guys. That's going to come in handy later. Right. We're going to use a humanity. So I've got 2. And that means that we can reverse our hollowing. And it also means we can now kindle the bonfire, which gives us 10 Estus every time we rest there, instead of 5. Okay, we're 40 minutes through, so what I'd quite like to do is see if I can get the Taurus demon. I'm not sure how this is going to work with the longsword, but we'll see how it goes. Generally I do a plunging attack and then I fireball him to death, but fireball's obviously not going to work this time. Wait for this one, otherwise he'll follow me all the way, and we don't really want that to happen. Come on, up you come. That'll do. Right, into the ambush. Let's two-hand and just see if we can... Oh, I was trying to do it without locking on. That was a little bit of a mistake. I got one of them though. Nice. Cool. That wasn't bad. Not so bad. Again, with two-handing and smacking. Can't remember what's in this chest. Possibly firebombs. Ooh, black ones. Excellent. Probably I should do that to be safe. There is a Black Knight coming up very soon. The Black Knights are difficult even at later levels, so I'm not going to go for him yet, but I will come back for him after beating this boss, perhaps. Give it a go. Or maybe when I got my claymore going. Oh right, okay. You're the firebomb guy, eh? These guys are never a problem. The ones up here are more of a problem. I don't have to come up here, to be fair. But I know that some of these throw firebombs. I'd rather they didn't. Okay. Oh, do you mind? At close range. Do you know how dangerous that is? Oh, they all throw firebombs. Okay, well that's new. Didn't quite know that. Just give him a jab. There we go. Yeah, these ones are more of a problem. I don't think I did the jump into that other... There's a bit where you go on a rooftop and jump into the... Oh no, I did, because I was at an angle, wasn't I? Yeah, okay. All good. Gold pine resin, useful. Don't think I ever use it. I probably should for the Taurus demon. Ugh. Slowest enemy ever. Come on. If I two-hand, I can probably break your stance. I know that because I did it earlier. What we got up here? Oh yeah, I forgot about you. Really? There's a lot of walls in my way, I'll tell you that. Did you drop anything? Of course you didn't. Why would you? Now, can I trigger you one at once? It'd be nice if so. Lovely. Okay, so I'm not going for the Black Knight who's down this passageway. Not yet, anyway. I will trigger this barrel. Oh, see, I've got one soft humanity again. So if I die, I lose that. But no matter. Ooh, stabbed in the face. I could go down to see Havel. We ain't doing that just yet. He's through that door. But you need the master key to reach him. Okay, I suppose we're going for the Taurus demon, and not only that, but I want to try and use some gold pine resin on my sword and, you know, use some lightning on him. As I don't normally use gold pine resin, so I thought, well, I have some. Great. Right, you are annoying. Can I do that? That's what I was about to say. I know it's only a little bit of health lost, but still. Yeah, let's try this. I mean, I don't normally use it, so I don't know how good it is. Ooh. So this could be good for a plunging attack if it lasts that long. Uh-oh. If it lasts that long. Don't know how long it actually lasts. This guy kills me more times by me falling off the bridge than any other type of thing, so 406, not too shabby, I tell you. Okay, that hit me. I did not want that to hit me. Okay. I'm rather hoping I can make it back to this. Oh, I'm not going to make it back to the ladder. Right, I want to do a few plunging attacks, so I need to get him like well out the way of the ladder. Uh-oh, can't see anything. So how do I do this? Let's see. Okay, that is not good. I'm tilting a little bit. Up we go. Hopefully I'll make it before he... Now, can I heal without him jumping up after me? That's the question. I can. Okay, so it was an extra 100 for the lightning. Interesting. Okay, I am not going to survive this because I'm stuck in a corner. Ah! Oh, I can generally make it up to the 4th or 5th boss without a death. So the fact that that one killed me was very irritating, especially as I used a lightning thing. Perhaps if I hadn't have gone for the multiple plunging attacks, I should have just, you know, stabbed him. Whatever. Let's just get on with it. Let's just get on with it. Oh, come on. I'm tilting slightly. Let's two-hand and go for this again, if we can. Okay, I couldn't have asked for that to have gone any better, I'll be honest. I shouldn't really go in here, there's no need to do so, but... You know, I will. I think if I die again to the Taurus demon, I may have to stop, because I'm not used to dying to that boss, and I don't like it. Yeah, that was dumb. But it's alright. I'm not sure whether to go for multiple plunging attacks then, because that seems to be my problem last time. I generally do one plunging attack and then fireballs all the way. Obviously, I'm handicapped due to the fact that I've got no fireballs. Okay, come on. I don't really want to do two at once, but that's okay, I suppose. Can I do a plunging attack with you? Kinda. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay, fine, I get it. Blimey. What? What range is that? Okay, I'm really tilting now. Where did you land? Huh, okay. Well, fine. I'll leave you to just do that. Here we go again. Yay! What are we on? 52 minutes. Let's see if we can get him this time. If not, I'm just going to finish and put it down to a bad run. Joy. Oh well, at least got those back for now. I say for now. Not a fan of these enemies up here. The question is, should I use the lightning resin again? It gave me an extra 100. I don't use it. I mean, I might use it now. Now that I have it. Well, forget it. Let's give it another go with this. Can't believe I died to this boss. If I die a second time, that's it. I'm stopping for now. I do quite often die by being pushed off the bridge. If I'm going to die on this boss, that'll be it. I don't like being cornered for a start. Can I two-hand plunging attack? Probably not. Well, I probably could actually. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm trying to move if you don't mind. Is that alright? Let's heal as well if we can. Panic heal. Right. Fine. Like spite, we got it, second time. Not so bad, not so bad at all. A little bit trickier without fireballs, but manageable. I didn't have to spam the plunging attacks. Not sure whether that could have been counted as a cheese anyway if I did. I was just thinking about that, so it's quite good that I didn't. Let's continue. This door should be locked, and down here is our friend, who I'm not going to be summoning. Hello, Solar. Praise the sun.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow. Far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
Sorry, I'm sat in an uncomfortable position.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
Okay.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Why not?
This pleases me greatly.
I'm never going to summon you.
Well then, take this.
I generally do. But today we are
Strange
going solo.
beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly
cooperation.
Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
Okay. Are we done?
Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
What a line. Okay, we are going to take an unavoidable hit because our friend is back, the red kite. I know I said I was going to kill that thing, but not right now. Later. Okay, that's brought us back down to this bonfire here. So let's level, because we can. We're going strength, we're going endurance, we're going vitality, we're going for more endurance, we're going for more strength. And that's it. That's all we have room for. Okay. Anything to pop? Yes. Is it enough for a level? Probably not, but whatever. Okay, so this is a soul farm. I'm not going to be abusing it, but I'll just show you that it exists. There is a soul farm here. In which we run out, run back, and let the dragon destroy everything on the bridge and give us 555 souls. And when I say I'm not going to abuse it, I mean not too much. Fine. Okay. So, as much as I want to stop here, and should stop here, because we are 59 minutes, I'm going to go for the Claymore. And this is likely going to be the second and maybe third, fourth, fifth death of the run. But we'll try it anyway. It does mean that our farming method up here is going to vanish for the time being. These items here, the first one I believe is the Claymore. You see a bonfire at the end? If I get that bonfire, this dragon will vanish. For now. Now technically I could go for the Claymore and run back this way And in doing that, the dragon won't vanish, and I've still got my farming method. But I think we are going this way, right? And when I say the dragon vanishes, I mean that when we do this, it will fly away, as you can see from the shadow. He will be back later. This is a shortcut which we're not going to take. We're going the long way around. There are a few easy hollows through here if you just want a few small souls. It's not like the 555 soul farm we just saw. But it's fine. Do I have any better armor? No. When it comes to helms, no. Nope. Nope. Okay. So let's see if we can get back to the bonfire that we need to be at. Can I run in two-handed and get rid of the archer? Crossbowman, sorry. Oh, there's two of them. Okay. In that case, the answer is no. I love that two-handed does that. Let's get the rest of these. Soul of a Nameless. Is that it? I'm sure there was another one. Okay. Shh. I'm going to sneak up. Be very quiet. Oh. He heard me. No matter. Now, I don't know what's going to trigger this dragon, you know, coming back. Is it going over here? Or is he just going to turn up whenever he wants to turn up? I don't know whether that does it or not. But we're going to do that just in case. No, I think he just comes back whenever he wants to, but that's fine. Okay, good. So we're going to get to this bonfire and then we're going to stop. We've had a death from the Taurus demon. Not welcome, but that's fine. Oh. Of course, the claymore I've not even looked at. Can I use it is the question. I can. I can. Let's give this just a couple of swings up here. I'm not used to the claymore being this weak. I need to level it as soon as I can. Upgrade it, I mean. We'll give it a couple of swings and then we'll stop. But this is definitely my weapon of choice, without a doubt. So if we two-hand it, we can... Oh, we can break the shield stance in one hit if we two-hand. That's incredible. Titanite shards. Lovely, I was just mentioning about levelling it, wasn't I? The heavy attack is a thrust. Yeah, we're happy. Okay, that's good. We're heading back. I wasn't doing this to farm, by the way. I just wanted to get used to my claymore again. Missed you. Weapon of choice. And that's going to see me through to the end of the game. Can I level? I can't. I'm only 100 off. What have we got? That's going to be too much, but we'll do it anyway. Oh no, that's fine. That's not too bad. Let's do some vitality. It's been a while. Cool. This is Sabretooth Online asking for a minute of your time. A like and subscribe will help the channel climb. Thank you for joining me for part 1 of Dark Souls Remastered. And I'll be back very soon. In fact, for you it'll be a few days' time. For me it's probably going to be about 15 minutes. I'm just going to get a cup of tea and stuff. And then I'll continue. And I'll see you for part 2. Thank you so much. Goodbye.